Well, you might have noticed it's cold outside.
Very.
The last thing you might be thinking about is your garden, although I think a lot of our gardeners are probably trying to protect their plants from the cold, but it's actually the right time to plant citrus trees, which I was a little bit surprised.
Yes.
We are joined by Dr. Joe Willis from the LSU Ag Center to tell us why now is the time to plant citrus.
Well, this time of year, say December through March or into early March is a great time to plant a lot of our perennial trees and shrubs, and that includes the citrus. And you want to plant those now because if you plant them whenever they need the water, as you were mentioning earlier, you plant them in the middle of the summertime, you're going to have to water them twice a day, every day, just to get them to survive. But you plant them now, they're in dormancy period, and so during this time of the year, they'll be developing their root system. The soil is still warm and the roots are still growing. And so they will set up their root system, they'll develop all of the root hairs and everything. And so then when spring hits and the top puts a sudden demand for water and nutrients and all that, the root system is ready to go. And so they much better survival rate if you plant them this time of year than if you wait.
All right, so plant your citrus now, but you were saying it might actually, someone might hear this and run to the garden store and say, okay, I've got to get my citrus because Dr. Joe Willis said, got to plant them today. You may not find them there.
Yes, a lot of the garden centers, they're moving out right now all of their Christmas stuff, getting rid of that, and they'll be bringing in their new material, the spring material, and a lot of the perennials that can be planted now. But this cold snap, this polar vortex, it's kind of changing things. You go into them now, and they may not have a lot of that type of plant in yet because the nurseries have them coming out of a greenhouse. It's not a heated greenhouse, but it's somewhat protected. And so the garden centers don't want to bring in a whole supply of stuff that then they're going to have to protect from the cold. They would rather wait, maybe delay it a little bit, and then get it in whenever we've warmed up a little. So in a few weeks, we'll definitely have lots of those out there and available and ready to plant.
Okay, if somebody's saying, all right, so in a couple weeks, you can maybe head to those local nurseries and get your citrus plants. If you don't have a green thumb exactly, but you want to plant citrus, are some more hardy than others?
Oh yes. For our area and any area, kumquats, they are the most cold hardy. They can take temperatures way down into the teens. No problem with them. Satsumas, they can take it down into the high teens, low 20s. Satsumas, kumquats, those are the really cold hardy citrus that you can plant out and you never have to worry about almost protecting it, never. And then you move into something like the oranges and the grapefruits. They can take it down into the high 20s, but if it gets a whole lot colder than that for a long period of time, you're going to have to do some protection.
Okay.
And then we move into the lemons and the limes. If you got those out, the lemons, if it gets much below 29, definitely got to protect it. Limes,
even when
if it's going to
get bigger, or just when they're new?
Even when they get bigger, they won't usually, if it's gets down, say 29, 30, and it's a large tree, it won't kill the tree, but you're going to have a lot of the limbs get frozen back.
Good to
But
know.
a lime, they can't take very much cold at all. So
maybe
those you need to grow in
tonight.
containers and bring them in, or cover them up and protect them.
Okay, so you can cover them up and protect them outside, or plant your lime trees in containers so you can carry them inside. Where can we go, Dr. Joe, for more of all of this awesome information?
Well, the LSU Ag Center has a lot of information on planting citrus. There's actually a citrus course online from the LSU Ag Center that teaches you all about all the different types of citrus, how to grow citrus, how to plant citrus, how to take care of citrus once you got it planted, and about when to harvest. That's the great thing about citrus. A lot of people who are first-time citrus growers don't realize is a lot of our citrus, the fruit, you leave it on the tree. You don't harvest it all at once. It stays better and lasts longer if you leave it on the tree. And so you just go out and pick it as you need it. And it's great to do it that way because...
so leave it on the tree. Don't feel like just because you see that it's ripe, you need to pull it right away. Leave it on there until you're ready to use it.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Always such good information. We appreciate you, Dr. Joe.
Thanks, Shelby.
All right.